So let's start with the big announcement you made a few weeks ago that you're bringing a third guitar player to the band. You brought Philip Schaus, it's a permanent third
Mhm.
guitar player. Can you tell us
Yeah,
the story behind this?
yeah, we got to know Philip, Phil as we call him, during our orchestra shows. We did a bunch of orchestra shows where we needed, where we played with Phil, and we discovered how incredibly well we gel together. I mean, how what a good fit he is. And the long story short, we just figured, why should we let him go? We just keep him on because he's really a great addition to the band lineup, we think. It's a little bit unusual to have three guitar players, but you can really do quite a few cool things with three guitars, when you have twin leads and some, and in certain passages, you still have another guitar player playing the rhythm stuff, so it's really powerful and really versatile in a way. And really, he's a super nice guy as well, so we figured we don't want to let him go, so we'll just take him on.
Yeah, that's cool. And I understood that you're currently working on the follow-up to The Rise of Chaos. Any updates on the progress of the album, potential release date?
Well, it's going slow, but it's going. I mean, I'm sitting here working every day when I can on new songs, and some of them are pretty complete, some of them are half complete, and there's a bunch that are, quite far away from being finished. So, it's a wide spectrum, and I can't really say when it's done when it's done. That's all I know, but we're working on it.
Yeah, and but you released "Life's a Beach" as a single this year, and the song features a bit of a different sound from what you've been doing lately. Was it meant as a separate song, or will it be part of the new album bonus track or something like that?
It was really a leftover bonus track we've had been sitting around for some time. It actually was recorded during the Stalingrad sessions. And since it's kind of a sort of got a little bit of a party vibe, a happy feeling, it didn't really fit the album, uh, you know. So we figured, we let it sit and wait for another time for it to be released. And since we don't have anything else released in a long time, we figured this might be a good time as a little appetizer. It's not really meant to be any representative of anything, any album or anything. It's just sort of an in-between song that we had kicking around.
Okay, but to what extent do you think that having a third guitar player in the band will affect your songwriting? Like, there's more possibility for harmonies and stuff like that. If you think of the live situation, do you think it will
Yeah, I
affect?
think. Yeah, I'm already thinking of that now that we know we've got a third guitar player. I'm already thinking during the songwriting. Oh, it would be cool if he plays this and I play that, and so that makes a big deal. Makes a big difference. Probably more twins. I don't know. I can't really promise because you gotta you know do what the song wants to do. You can't really like force it in there and like play guitar double lead stuff all over the place if it doesn't fit the song. So it really the song dictates everything, but we're trying to find more spaces for Phil. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, talking about the lineup changes, it's been a year, almost a year since Peter surprisingly left the band. I don't know if you have been
Yeah.
been in touch with him. Are you in friendly terms?
Man, unfortunately, when somebody leaves the band, they always kind of out of sight, out of mind. It's very sad. I wish it wasn't that way because we've been friends for so long. But the reality is, I haven't really heard from him. Even though I reached out a couple times, but it's really, yeah, he's almost like he wants to disappear or he wants to leave the music business altogether, which it's sad, and I still don't quite understand what really happened, but it is what it is, and we move on.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, it's been 40 years since your debut record, 10 years since you got guys reformed the band. And where do you see Accept going in the next decade? Do you see yourself celebrating 50 years or
Absolutely. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, who would have ever thought we have a 40th anniversary, 40th year? It's crazy to even It sounds so realistic long. It sounds like it's another person when I think about it myself. I don't really feel like I'm that old. But I guess it is what it is. It's crazy. 40 years, who would have ever thought? And of course, I'm thinking now that we've done 40. I mean, what's another 10 years? It's nothing. Yeah, we keep going. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And we're also coming to the near of the end of the decade, and I'm sure that some of the latest Accept records would be featured among the best albums of the 2010s. And which one would you personally choose, and why, of the four albums you've done after the comeback?
Well, that is really something that the outside people can say much better than I can because I'm really too close to everything. But my guess is that most people would probably pick Blood of the Nations just because it came really out of nowhere and it surprised so many people and it really had the most impact in that sense, you know.
Yeah, and well, also, I wanted to ask you, although you're clearly the mastermind, the only permanent member of the band, how would you describe the influence of Mark Tornillo and producer Andy Sneap in the current sound of Accept? Accept.
They play a huge role, of course. I mean, because we produced every album with Andy Sneap, and his influence is very valuable to us. We've never really tried to record without him, and I hope we don't have to. Now that he's in Judas Priest and constantly on the road, we haven't quite figured out how the timing is going to work for this next album, but we definitely hope he's going to be part of the team again because we work great together. And my motto is always, if it works, don't change it. You know, don't change a winning team. And Mark, of course, being the singer, he has a huge impact in everything because we write the songs with him in mind and for him, and try to find all the stuff that works particularly well for him. And you know, he interprets everything in his own beautiful way. So, old stuff and the new stuff. Yeah, he's a huge part in all this. It's still at the end of the day, even though I'm, like you say, maybe the mastermind, being the oldest member and really making a lot of decisions. It's a team sport at the end of the day. And people always ask me, how is it possible that Accept is still Accept even though so many members have changed? But I believe in each band, very much like a sports team or like an orchestra. I mean, it sort of gets passed from one to the next, even from generation to the generation. Even though the members might have changed over the years, but still the spirit and the sound of the band really has never changed dramatically.
Yeah, that's right. Like you can still hear the old Accept sound because probably it comes from your head. So you are playing in. No, I wanted to ask you first that back in 2017, when you played the first symphonic show in Wacken, you mentioned that it was a dream come true for you. And I wanted to know
Yeah.
if there are any other achievements in your bucket list at the moment, or projects that you have in mind to do big
Yeah, I
stuff.
mean, nothing immediately that comes to mind. Like, I mean, this orchestra thing was such a huge undertaking and such a huge logistical thing that, you know, I'm super happy it went so well, but I'm also quite glad that it's over because, man, how much easier it is to just take your five guys and go on the road as when compared to all this other stuff that we've just done. So I don't really have anything like that planned at the moment because we've just done it, but who knows what the future will bring. You know, right now, like I said, we're working on the new album, a new tour to come, and, you know, it'll all fall in place quite nicely. I would have never even thought we'd achieve as much as we already have. So I'm quite happy where we sit, but who knows, man?
So you're playing in Santiago de Chile in December, and I know that you've been asked about this current situation there, so I won't ask you the exact same question. But I wanted to know, how do you feel about playing in Chile in the midst of this massive social movement?
Well, it's going to be interesting, and I mean, I feel that it's a good opportunity for the fans to actually forget all this stuff for a day. And I'm not quite sure what we will find when we get there, but from my experience, every time that you hear well, there's civil unrest in this and that country, and then you go there, it's really less than you think. I mean, the media and the press always makes it sound like, ooh, it's so dangerous, you can't go there. And then you go there, and it's really like life is quite normal. Of course, there's going to be, I'm sure, there's going to be protests in certain areas that are, you know,
Yeah.
dangerous, maybe even dangerous to go to, but usually we end up not being there. So hopefully we can just have a very normal metal show and everything's going to be peaceful and fine.
Yeah, hopefully. And this concert is gonna also be the official release party for the Chilean branch of Nuclear Blast Records. Would you prepare something special for the occasion?
Yeah, like I said, we'll bring new members. We'll bring a new set list, of course. I mean, we're not going to play any special like happy birthday songs or anything like that. But we'll make it a worthwhile occasion. Absolutely.
Yeah, so would you like to leave a message to the readers of Power Metal and invite them to the concert in Teatro Caupolicán, 3rd of December?
Absolutely. I already did a little bit of a Spanish video thing, but my Spanish is so poor I can't do it in Spanish. But hopefully everybody is able to come to that show on December 3rd. We're really totally looking forward to reuniting with the Chilean fans because they're some of the best in the world, maybe the best crowd in the world, and it's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it. So make sure you can join us.
Yeah, thank you all for your time and sorry for the technical problems. It was a pleasure talking to you. Take care.
Absolutely. Tengo que irme ahora mismo.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
All right. Ciao, ciao.